Embarrassing putting this book out because I know as a fan, I knew all about your happy life with Dennis and the house and the dogs, and I recently had to realize that my true one wasn't. So was it like, were you a little embarrassed, or was it hard to put it out to the world?
It is. It's mortifying to admit. The thing that's to admit is the failure to myself. To admit that I lied to myself, that part of it, yes, that's difficult. It's never embarrassing or intimidating for me to write something, put it into writing and put a book out. That does not freak me out, weirdly. The part that is really, really does freak me out and does make me like horrified is to face the truth about something that I've done. That's the difficult part, and that's where I run from, often. I mean, I just run away from, or my ability to lie to myself and fool myself astounds myself. It's amazing. So when I see that I'm doing that, that's the part where it's like, oh my God, you did this for so long. You knew better, but didn't allow yourself to admit you knew better. So putting it in books does not intimidate me. And I'll tell you why. You know why? There's a reason for it. It's funny. And I never would have known this. But so I wrote Running with Scissors, which was my childhood, which had a lot of, personal, kind of embarrassing stuff in retrospect. A lot of sexual abuse at a very young age with an older psychiatric patient, and just lots of untraditional, peculiar, disturbing details. And I wrote the book, and it was just sort of like the cliff notes of my life, of my experience, because it's, I can't put all of it down in a book. So it's little highlights. I wrote it, and then I totally put it out of my head. I was on the next thing. I forgot it. And I did a reading, my first reading here in New York City, and there were a lot of people in the room, and it was like I didn't expect it. It was just intimidating, because there were a couple celebrities in the room, and I was like, oh. So I got through it. Then I went to Los Angeles, and when I got to LA, it was a huge line, and there were tons of people, and there were lots of movie stars and TV stars, and I thought, what have I done? What have I put in this? This is a steamrolling, out of control fucking nightmare. What did I do? What I hadn't considered was that by the time I went from New York to LA, a lot of people had already read the book. So as I was signing books, these people that I had recognized, or that were beautifully dressed and seemed like they were far out of my league, would come up to me and say, "Thank you for talking about that. I had exactly the same thing happen to me." Thank you. Well, I also had or my family, my foster family was also, or you name it. And that's been the story with my career all along, that no matter what I've written, there's been someone somewhere that can completely relate to it, because they did it too. So that's why it's never... It's much more, you think you'd be more embarrassed or more shy to put yourself out there in a book than you actually are, or than I actually am. It's a long answer. Sorry.